Hey everybody, good morning. Knowm here, Server X160, the best in the West, representing Arkham Asylum, the best guild in the world. And yeah, I got a chance to get into a guild conquest for a little bit. It was nice. I couldn't really compete because all the opponents are so strong, but hey, there we go. Thanks for letting me in for a little bit. So, we got a new clan release. It sounds like it's the Ganesh clan, and it has a tank as the male and as a warrior as the female. Let's dig into him, and then we'll do some gameplay and whatnot. I could ascend him one more, but I don't have the companion yet. I'm one companion part away. Go figure. So Ganesh clan, they're the production district. And man, he looks really cool. The tusks are all ornamented. He's got this huge hammer. It's like a tusk spiked hammer. Typical elephant dude. Oh, I like the spikes on his vambracers. And he's got this weird circular thing kind of floating behind him. I'm guessing that's just I don't even know, but I like the gold coins kind of coming down. The elephant as his cod piece. Look at that thing. Looks menacing with the red eyes. You don't even want to know what this guy's packing. But either way, he looks really cool. Um, let's talk about his passive here. Destructive Majesty. When applying control effects to enemies, if the enemy is immune to control, which there's a lot of it now, their damage taken is permanently increased by 7.4% up to 37%. So that is really nice. So what is that? Five stacks up to 5 times on somebody. So if there's a champion like Necrosa, while she's doing her active and she's immune to control, if this guy goes on to her first thing, and a lot of people like myself, we put her Necrosa in the first row, so you could put him up against her, and he's instantly going to drop an extra, basically like an impair almost on her, and it's permanent through the whole battle. Otherwise, each successful control effect grants a shield equal to 6% of max constitution for 6 seconds. So, if he hits all 5 champions with a skill, then that is 30% of his max constitution for 6 seconds. That's really good. And his active and his ultimate both have the potential to hit the whole enemy team. And so what that tells me is, first thing that runs through my brain is Tentacle Dude, the Lithas, Voidborn, because his active has the ability to pull everybody together, and also his Guardian ability is nice crowd control to kind of fear everybody. Um, so, but either way, really nice. That's a pretty cool passive if you think about it for a tank, because he's making people take more damage. So over time here, it's going to be easier for your team to bring them down. So strong against tanks or people that are focusing on being like, you know, timeout teams kind of thing. Otherwise, each successful control gains a shield. Yeah, that's solid. And also, max con right there. So that automatically tells you you need energetic on them. That's mandatory. We'll see what we got for the rest of them. So we got active here. It's called Thunderous Stomp. Stomp the ground, dealing 920% strength damage. That's a lot for a tank. Damage to enemies in the area. Too bad their strength is horrible scaling. In the area, and inflicting a 3-second taunt. A 3-second taunt's really nice. 3 seconds goes a long way. And it's a form of crowd control, so that's going to trigger the Guardian ability of Voidborn. Also, the new Revenant Nexus is going to gain resolve from that as well. Also removes most negative effects. Does it remove Bulko? If it does, then definitely we're thinking about a trait, energy regen, because if it removes bulk ofs for you, it's basically like a free pure heart that goes off quicker than pure heart, actually, potentially. And so with energy regen being affected by some actives, he'll be able to potentially get his ult off before the 10-second mark, even if your opponent has Bulko. And reduces damage taken by 28% for the next 4 seconds. So it during the taunt, he takes the reduced damage by 28%, and then for a second afterwards, he does. So I like that active. It's kind of a combination between a few actives in the game. I'm kind of thinking of the Bloodcraft. What's his, Zeiston. He has that taunt for his active, right? And I think he takes less damage while he's taunting. So there's a few people kind of like that. Also, no, I was thinking male Dravapala, but I don't know. Does he pull people in and taunt? Mm. First morning video, so some coffee. So awesome. And then think about this. If it hits, it causes a 3-second taunt. So if you hit the whole enemy team, not only from that 3-second taunt does he take 28% less damage and it removes negative effects, but he also, if he hits the whole enemy team, he's got a 30% max con shield from his active. So a lot of potential there. Here's his ultimate, Wrath of Indra. Spins weapon in place, wording. Creating a tornado that pulls nearby enemies for 4 seconds. That's solid, 4 seconds. So it's pulling people in too. So good way to group people up so you're getting more shield from your passive. During casting, damage taken is reduced by 38% this time. So that's nice. And dealing 275% strength damage per second to enemies in range, stunning them for 1 second. Is that stun for 1 second per second, or is that stun for 1 second at the end of his whirlwind, his tornado? Also, is he immune to crowd control while he's doing his ult? I don't see anything about that, so that makes me nervous that his ultimate can be interrupted. After spinning, slams the weapon into the ground, knocking up enemies in range and dealing 420% strength damage. So you get 275% strength damage per second for 4 seconds. That is what? 300 plus 800. That's 1100 strength damage if they take the full brunt. And then you got an extra 420. So 1520 or so around there. That's some solid damage. Again, if you just so I'm thinking brutal. This guy has too many things that are kind of dependent on the strength. Granted, his passive isn't, but his active and his ultimate are. Excuse me. Need more coffee. So knocked up enemies. Hopefully he's taking responsibility as the daddy. I'm just messing. Knocked up enemies create a shockwave upon landing, dealing additional true damage equal to 7% of their max con to themselves and nearby enemies. So if you're grouping their tanks up with their casters, guess what? There you go. Tons of damage to the casters. So if you have all 5 people of the team to themselves and nearby, so that's 35% of random max cons. Some of them could be big, some could be small. To everybody there that's grouped up. Super powerful. If you can get this going right, if you got the strength on them. So here's what I'm going to do for them, just to let you know. I haven't done it yet. My guy doesn't have all of them. But brutal and energetic. His passive needs max con, and it's good for a tank to have a lot of con. Brutal because his active and his ultimate scale very well off of strength. And then I would put barrier on him since he's got brutal and he's based off strength. you might as well be getting him an extra shield every time he uses his active. So I have level 22 barrier, and I think it's times 7. So his strength times 7. So say he has 10 million, a 70 million power shield is really nice. Like that works. So if you don't have the appropriate sprites and gear, you might want to do an honorable on him just so that he can last a little longer in combat, which reduces damage taken. I'm going to do an energy regen in my final spot because his ultimate is really strong. Not only that, think about it. He's stunning them, and every time he CCs somebody, he's getting this shield. Oh, sorry, this is the female. He's getting a shield. So just you want his ultimate, and he removes negative effects. So if he removes Bulko, we'll do a couple tests. And if he removes Bulko, what that means is you want him to get his ultimate going as soon as possible. So even potentially an ambitious, which is the Lionstone clan, which gives him early energy, potential for a focus, so he can gain energy extra quick from taking damage and dealing damage. So there's some options with this guy. You want to find out what works best for your team, and I'm slotting him into my team 3, the male, the tank. So, but with that being said, let's get to the female here, who looks super cool, if not cooler. She's kind of got this spear. It's got the elephant head on it. She's got her 2 extra arms flared out behind her, ready to really start taking people out. Excuse me, he doesn't have the extra arms, it's just her. Dang, does that make her twice as tough there? Able to, but maybe, oh, I think she punches, so those might be her punching arms. Them's her punching arms. So we got the awesome crown, which is probably my favorite part of it. She's pierced through her tusk, which is funny. The cool gold coin chain coming around. She probably looks better than him. I like the pauldron on one side. The forearms, they look pretty well coming out the back with the shoulders and everything a little longer. And she again has that same circular symbol behind her. Oh, and the other hand, she has like this little sight, this little hook. That's pretty cool too. So let's see what she can do. So she's a warrior, as was mentioned. I don't really have the Guardian Stones for warriors yet, so she's going to have to take a seat. And I really just summoning stones. I need more of those. I just need more of everything, and I need to raise some vigor. So I think that she's going to just kind of be by the wayside, but. Watch her end up being amazing for some people because she does break shields, which is cool. So Shield Breaker is her passive, but when dealing damage to a target, if the target has a shield, each attack will ignore the enemy's fortitude and block, meaning she'll do a lot more damage and be able to hit just about every time. And additionally, oh, and with that being said, I would put hit gems in her gear, at least 2 of them, because she ignores the enemy's fortitude and their block, but they can still dodge. So you want to be able to hit them more. So potentially 1 or 2 or 3 if she does a lot of good damage and you want that 10% damage from it. And additionally, deal true damage equal to 3% of their max constitution up to 20 times her own strength. So that's really strong. And that's a good against any bosses that shield themselves as well, because that'll really plow through there. Upon successfully triggering the passive effect, which we just mentioned, recovers 120 energy and 10% constitution instantly. That's really nice. And that means anytime she's fighting someone with a shield, she's getting energy and constitution. And how the current meta is, she's a really good breaker, a meta breaker, not only a shield breaker. So 120 energy and 10% constitution, healing herself a ton. So potentially you want energetic for more con. You are going to probably want... I mean, this doesn't rely on strength, this one right here. So consider that. This effect can trigger up to 4 times every 5 seconds, which is fantastic. But with that being said, you might not need an agile because it's only when dealing damage. That could be with multiple attacks, that could be with active, ultimate, whatever. So you probably don't need agile on her. She can just go with her normal attack speed. But then again, look, every time you trigger this. Oh, but it can only be true. Okay. So sorry, every 5 seconds she's going to gain, what is that? 600 energy and 50% con total, which is still really good. That's like over 100 energy a second and over, this is really good. That's a strong passive. Let's see it in action here soon. Her active. Excuse me. Not very good sleep last night. Her active is impair combo. So she uses her weapon to strike enemies in front 4 times. The first 3 attacks deal 200% strength, so there's maybe why we might need a brutal. And the final hit deals 380% strength. So that's 600, 980% total, and stuns enemies for 2 seconds. So that's a great stun. Going to trigger Male Water and Sun. Going to trigger Voidborn's Guardian Resolve. It's going to trigger Nexus Revenants. So that's really good. And it's everybody in front. So if she stuns multiple people, she's doing everybody a justice on your team. So each hit seals 3% of the enemy's current strength. So if there's 4 hits, that's up to 12% of their current strength. So if they're buffed by female lionstone, woo, that could be pretty nuts, stealing 12% of that per attack, returning the soul and strength after 6 seconds. Immune to control during the skill. See, they say that she's immune to control during this active, but they didn't say the male is during the ultimate. So that makes me nervous because he's spinning, and if he can be interrupted during that, then that takes away a lot of his credibility. But we'll test. So here's her ultimate, Durga's Might. Puts away weapon and enters a dauntless state. So she puts away her weapons. Let's see what she does. While deploying a magic circle on the ground for 8 seconds. 8 seconds is a long time. And this is the ult, so it can go off anywhere between times 7 and 12 or whatever. So and then 8 seconds, so potentially taking you to second 20 of the match. Allies within the circle gain 5% strength per second, so for a total of 40% strength. I don't know if it just lasts while they're in the circle, if it lasts any afterwards. And 100 energy per second. So 800 energy. She's getting a lot of energy. So she's going to be using this ultimate a lot and giving your team a lot of energy. And so with that, I would say energy regen's a good call. Focus is a potential really good call on her because she's going to gain so much quick energy at the beginning. And then if you put a pure heart on her, then she can use her ult really quickly and remove negative effects. And, it doesn't seem like she's doing a lot of strength, so maybe treat her more like a utility slash tank. Allies within the circle gave the bonus lasts until the circle ends. Oh, answer my question. In the Dauntless state, consumes 400 energy per second, but remember, she's gaining 100 energy per second. So really, it's a net of 300 energy per second loss, which is just like Ask of Arges, and continuously attacks the area in front with fists, dealing in the Dauntless state. Here's what I don't understand. The Dauntless state is for 8 seconds, right? And in the Dauntless state, so it says, well, it consumes that energy and continuously attacks. So what if someone drains your energy or your low energy? Does that not matter because it just says in the Dauntless state? In the Dauntless state, it's 8 seconds and enters the Daunt. Yeah, that's weird. So anyhow, continuously attacks the area in front with this, dealing 310% strength damage to enemies within the area. I'm guessing per attack. Um, if the enemy's current shield is less than 360% of your own strength, okay, so you do need brutal, because this attack will shatter the enemy's shield. So you go, if someone has a shield, she's using her passive, it gets her a lot of energy, gets her towards her ultimate, and then she gets into her ultimate, and then she basically just shatters a shield. And when in the Dauntless state, immune to control and will not cast active skills. So 8 seconds, control. Again, I don't know if like by losing the 300 energy, and then she gets to 0, and then does she stop her punching? Or does she keep because she's in the Dauntless state for 8 seconds? I don't get it. You could tell they didn't care much about this champion. But I like the mechanic. If people can get it to work, I think that will be fantastic. So let's look at their trait. Here's mine. I could technically, with what I have, get them up to 13 stars, but I was going to do that before the video, but I'm not. I'll just run him how he is. So you can see he's got a lot of strength with Brutal on for being only level 480 at 9 million here. He has 244 million con, and here's what I kind of just have on him. Just kind of throwing random stuff for now while I'm testing. But I told you what I will do. I'll probably either do barrier or energy regen to give him the dark aspect look also. This lightened him up a little bit, I think, with the agile. But here's Ruthless. And this is only level 18. Imagine at 22. At the start of battle, all enemy champions take 5% increased damage. So they all take 5% more damage. So it's like an impair applied to everybody instantly. And then increasing by 4.24 every 5 seconds up to 34.7%. So after, what is that? Every 5 seconds. And what do we need to get there? There's, oh, every 5 seconds. So at 10 seconds, it's 8. What are we looking for? 4 times maybe 7. 4 times 8 is going to be 32. And then that won't add with the 5. So 7 times. So every 5 seconds. So for 30 to 35 seconds, this thing's going to be trying to ramp up. So that tells me you want this guy or this trait in a team that takes longer to kill your enemies. If you have a team that's destroying them in 10 or 15 seconds, you don't really need Ruthless, but the 5% increased damage at the very beginning might be worth it. I'm thinking about throwing it on my team 1. It's pretty awesome. I got a couple of these elephants in my summoning, even though I've not gotten enough parts with 430 summons, and I'm out of them, summoning crystals. I need 1 left. It drives me nuts here. So here's what we got for our testing. I got all level 25 gear with some level 6 gems in it. Very good. With 1 level 7 gem in it, but just for kind of testing purposes. And I kind of upgraded gems without realizing I was getting a tank, and I didn't have enough bloodcraft gear, so I didn't schedule this out right. He should have all level 7s, but I'm working on him. He only has level or 30 vigor that I got on him. I again need to get him ascended up there, but he's got some decent stuff. So at level 12. He's doing a shield, or his damage take is permanently increased. Oh, that's the enemy's damage taken. Shield is at 5.5, so that's not horrible too. So we can do testing with that. And then for the female, I'm just letting her run as she is. So I got her up to a little bit, but we'll do some gameplay testing. And you can kind of see the animations, what you think for her damage. Um, Her traits are just what she came with, but she has an energetic. She has a cutthroat to kind of heal herself. Um, we need to find some people that have some shields with her. And I'll put her with a Void Guardian to just see how that does. But right now, so it's about 5 times her. So when their shield is less than 35 million, and she uses her ultimate, she'll shatter it. Which isn't horrible. We'll be able to see that in some fights. 11 on all her abilities. So let's go. Let's look at these abilities first. In the Dungeon Descent, I got the champions to the level 21 here, so you can kind of see some battles. Again, without fighting many shield, we're probably going to get more shield battles in Arena, Valley of Conquest. Oh, nice. There's the boss. Let's do it. So we'll start with the male here. He's a little injured, but let's see how this shield does. And remember, his max con was around 250 million, around there. So let's see if we can get some shields going. Here we go. Alright, so he should use his active taunt first. There's the taunt. You guys see the little shield he got, which wasn't bad because he only hit 3 people. There's his ultimate, and he did, it seemed like a stun there was at the end of the pull-in, but did y'all notice were they stunned any during the pull-in? We'll look for it on the next battle. But he made short work of them. I don't know if Dungeon Descent's going to be a very good place to try champions out unless maybe they're low level or low ascension or something. Maybe I could start doing that. Alright, so my team's getting pretty low here. We'll try the battle again. Let's see if he can bust into his ult a little quicker. Nice, look at this. Here he goes. So he pulls him in. I saw some stuns in there. Oh, that's really nice crowd control. He's got the taunt. He's got the whirlwind. And if he has energy regen, he's gonna just be whirlwind in that all the time. Too bad he doesn't have a heal. I do admit that. It'd be nice if he had a heal, but that's why he goes really well on a team that has a healer. So let's talk about some of the recent healers. Biggest one on my mind, who happens to be in his group for me, is the Revenant Nexus. And she is pretty awesome. So let's see if this Void Guardian's Guardian a bit Resolve is all filled up from all the CC that this guy's doing. Let's see. Because I recommend them synergizing well. There's the ultimate, but here comes the CC. There's the taunt. And we don't even get a C because they all die so quickly. Alright. What are y'all thinking about some of these champs? Like, put it in the comments. Are you going to go with just build them to build them? Or are you going to go ahead and pass on this clan? I won't even put him in. Let's see again. And also, you could go all strength if you want to. I like having a defensive ability. If he's dying really quick, energy harness, it's strength related shield right as he enters the battle. That could be from the Panda clan, that could be really beneficial. Consider it. You could also put some team buffs on him. Since he's strength based, it would make a lot of sense to put a hulking on him that gives strength to your whole team. There's that taunt, does a ton of damage. Here's the ultimate. Oh, look how far it pulled the back row. Boom, and it still knocked them up, and they fell, and they did it. And did he just ult 2 times in a row? Did y'all see that? He doesn't even have energy regen, and he just ulted, I think, 2 times in a row. He had so much energy from his ultimate, from beating that first row and pulling in the second row. Let's see if it happens again. So here comes the taunt. They're low. He can't do good auto attack damage. Here comes the ultimate. Pull it in the back row. Destroyed the front row. Knocks it. And he's right back into his ultimate. That is really cool. So with that, you could also put the Sith clan's Obliterate. He gets 25% more damage or something like that after he does his whirlwind. So if you already have a fierce on him, you could do brutal, fierce, um, obliterate, and then maybe a barrier for protection if you want to. Like this guy could be a real slayer if you want him to. I think he has the potential to really just run the mill. I mean, not great damage, but just his ability to crowd control is what I really like about him. And he's kind of adding damage on top of that. So you don't, like I was thinking about adding a fearsome to him, which has a 10% chance to stun for 2 seconds. But I don't think you need to. I think with everything he has, you don't need to. You could focus that on maybe getting more energy or doing anything. But I'm telling you, I really like that he's able to do a double ult. That's cool. I haven't seen that in this game. And I'm happy we stumbled upon it here. So, hey, let's do the female a little bit. Haven't got a chance to experiment with her. She is a lower level, so but she's a warrior, so hopefully survivability is good. There's her circle. Oh, yeah, look, her strength. Look at her. Maybe somebody had a shield, so she was able to regen some constitution that was in there. I saw that stun, the 2 second stun at the end of her active. That was really nice. I don't want to go to level 25 because then we can't check her out anymore. Sorry, I was so excited about the male. That double ult, that's cool. Again, I haven't really seen that. So let's try the female out again. I think maybe we have some potential for some shields here. If there are, okay, here's her shield breaker form, her ultimate. Boom, boom. Punching, punching. Or maybe she gained some life from her ultimate. I kind of forgot. But here she comes again. See, she can't move when she's using it, so that could be an issue. Oh, she ran out of energy, and look, the ground was still there. And that's what's cool about that is she still has that strength buff when she goes into her active. So with that, I think you are probably going to need a brutal on her. So she does true damage when she does damage as well, wasn't it? So maybe an agile could be highly beneficial in this case. Let's try another battle here with her. She's almost healed herself to full, but remember, she's lower level. She's lower ascension. So let's see this ult again. So she's punching. Um, she's punching, breaking shields with it. And then look, she runs out of energy and goes into her active. That's really cool. And then at the end of the active, there's that stun. And lo and behold, she's ready to go right back into that ultimate again, especially since it lasts for so long. Kind of cool. I see what they're trying to do with this clan, Ganesh clan, and I approve of it. So let's try the male again. And then let's try the male with female lionstone. Let's see the potential here of some heavy damage. So there's this taunt. She didn't have her buff yet. But here's what we're looking for right here. Boom! Damage. That was a lot of damage. So that could be a potential too. Though female lionstone's ult is the best strength buff in the game with attack speed. The rest of her abilities just aren't up to par with current champs. So now what's so funny is I have female Lume here, but I don't think he even needs a female Lume because he does the double ultimate thing. Let's see if we can get that double ultimate going again. That was fantastic. So any traits that trigger when the act or the ultimate goes off might be pretty good for this guy because look at this. Boom. Say you're building a more crit, Get the Predator's Blade on him. Every time he uses his ultimate, his crit rate goes up. His crit rate. And so he's just critting all the time when he's spinning, like every time he goes into his ult. Um, can we go look at the abilities one more time? Sorry, I want to figure out her ultimate again, just to see. And then we'll just jump into the arena. Does that sound good? And we'll just kind of play around there. There's an arena event going on now, so I don't really want to lose. But all for the sake of experimentation, baby. So remember, her passive, when she deals any damage and they have a shield, she does true damage to them. She ignores a lot of stuff. She also gains energy and constitution every time she triggers it, up to 4 times every 5 seconds. Her active is she does those 3 strikes and then stuns at the end. And then during that time, she's stealing strength too. So if she goes into her ult right after her active, she's got all this strength that she's stolen from people for 6 seconds. She's immune to control for both her active and her ult, which it seems to be that she's only in. So by her being immune to control, she's also going to be a great enemy against Eldrasil. Eldrasil only hits people with his passive when they are controlled. And so by being immune to control just about the whole battle, might get protection from that and be able to live longer. So she is a really good champ. And then in the Dauntless state, she gives the strength per second, energy per second. Oh, that's why she's able to use her other one so quickly. The bonus lasts in that she consumes energy. She deals strength damage. If there's shield, she'll break it. She's immune to control and will not cast the active skill. Oh, wait. Oh, when she's in a dauntless state. But when the circle's down, she'll use the active skill, which that's, I think, part of her beauty if you decide to go with her. So, okay, we kind of got a reminder on them. Shall we go to the arena and have some fun? Uh, so for synergy for her, champions again that benefit from stun. She's just going to help. You want high single target damage champions in your team because they're going to team well with her and do a lot of damage once the shield is broken. So let's go in for a battle with Muff Master. Yeah. All right, let's change out this team. Moregrave came up with this idea to do smaller teams, but synergized teams that don't have vigor for the bigger players on the server, so we can fight and participate with more players. It's a good idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with our team 3 first. We'll go ahead and experiment with the male, who I already have slotted in. So one thing I like different though, since he's weaker now, to be more in this middle spot so he has a little protection. Ignorath like blasts off quick. Necrosa goes or immune control right off the bat normally. Look, this Muff also has her in the front row. So I do have a nice power lead here, but this is for the sake of experimentation. So let's pay attention. Alright, watch for the taunt. There's this taunt, but they're feared, so the taunt was kind of worthless other than damage. Oh, Muffmaster doesn't have Volko. We need to test the Volko thing. So let's fight somebody with Volko. Um, but it was fantastic that he got his taunt off. Alright, Vruma, the Dark Horse. Let's see what we got here. Oh, crazy, scary group. Alright, so what we're hoping for is that my dude doesn't get killed right off the bat here. Maybe we'll do something like this just for this. Alright, here we go. So we don't want our Ganesh, our elephant, to die. That's why we kind of have him a little ways away here. So here comes that. Oh, he's taking a lot of early damage. Oh, he's already down. So is the Revenant. I told you, Vrooma's the dark horse. Vrooma just eats. So, and then anyone that he doesn't kill with the initial onslaught, looks like he's got the male Soul Keeper to kind of finish off. I didn't want to lose during this event, but guess gonna have to take some. Alright. So, yeah, I think we just, right now, we're not strong enough to go against a good team with male Ascavarge. Because right now I don't have any protection against that. I feel my elephant might have lived longer if he would have had a barrier, and that would have helped. And then energy regen, maybe he could have gotten to that ult a little earlier. So let's look at Moorgrave here. Ooh, that looks like a tough team. Okay, I think that we can make this work. So what I'm relying on with my setup here is you need a healer for the male. And I'm using the Revenant Nexus as my healer because she sends her. Look at that active. I guess it didn't go off quick enough. So he's down. Um, and he's the one we kind of want to look at. But we can look at Revenant Nexus. I've wanted to give her a little bit more time under the microscope. Her passive is going off everywhere. There's the see how well she does with the Void Guardian, just perfect synergizing. But the male is going to synergize with healers, so you can get a male Water and Sun in there because he's also doing a lot of CC. So male Water and Sun is going to proc his passive a whole lot. I have him again with the female Necrosa, or sorry, the female Necrosa. I have him with the Revenant because she heals. Um, she also will benefit from him weakening immune controlled champions. Her active is also only level like 2 or 3 or something like that. I need to put some books into her, but her ultimate's really cool. The skull altar, basically. I think there was a staff involved with it. I don't know. I don't even think we'll be able to kill the female Galabar here. Sorry you have to wait all this time, but anybody that does pool is really good with the male Ganesh. So Necrosa will be because she pulls a backline target. Um, who else does some pulling? Mel Ho, female Tide Razor, female Bjorn Krieger. Um, yeah, anyone that's bringing anybody in, that's going to, again, Voidborn has an active that pulls the whole team together. Good job, Morgrave. So that's really nice. You can't really see anything with these statistics because we're trying to look at the elephant. Maybe if I would have had him ascended. So let's kind of do more of a highlight. I think that this will work out better. And I do this so the Void Guardian can soak up some of the damage and provide shields and healing. Should we put a Farouk on it? We do need or actually let's just do this. Let's stick with our combo, which I really like. I like these 3 in the triangle here at the bottom. I'm only putting the Void Guardian here for testing. And then, so what else do we want? Anyone that can bring people together. Let's go ahead and bring the Necrosa in still. So we'll use this just to swap the team around, and then we'll try fighting some of those other players again. We need someone that has some shields. Oh, sorry. Alright, he did slam the ground. He didn't even get a chance to ult, sadly. So let's fight a Void Guardian. I'm excited about these. So here's Asylum's Mad Dogs. Maybe this will be a good team to fight against because there's a Meltwater and Sun. We have some people that get immune to control, like Farouk when he gets low. So I want to show y'all what happens with these champs. Okay, and then no Bolko in this match, so I didn't get to see if his active removes that. We're still looking for that too. So here goes the ult. Oh, look at him. They're all feared, and he's trying to pull them. That's so funny. Um, all right. He's gonna. He is a great utility. Maybe he doesn't do the best damage, but he can sure just be up in their face, annoying them the whole time. Look, here's the pull in. Here's the boom, 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 boom. Okay, I think they are getting stunned during the spins too. So that's pretty insane for the Void Guardian and the Revenant Nexus's resolve. So here we go. Let's see if we can do enough damage. All right. Another one bites the dust. We got the female Nordalsar, who just has great survivability. But he's doing his spin. We got everybody using ultimates here. I have a feeling we won't be here. Let me turn it on ×2 speed. All right. The crowd control is really nice. And again, if you wanted to slip Meltwater and Sun in here instead of, say, Necrosa maybe, that would be a great thing. But also, Meltwater and Sun goes well with Necrosa because it has a great way to trigger the resolve gain and the Guardian ability. So maybe even with him being the tank, and if he was leveled all the way up, maybe you don't need the Void Guardian. Use him for another one of your teams, and instead have Meltwater Sun. That'd be kind of good. So we need to do some battles with the female. Talk about synergies with her. Um, this guy also does a lot of AoE, so a Zealous might work too if you want to remove enemies' buffs. That's always super helpful. Let's see what we got for damage though. Um, Not bad for such a low level. My Voidborn doesn't even have a brutal though. Like my Voidborn does no damage. So maybe not the best of damage. Didn't soak that much up even with the taunt. Or maybe just reducing all that damage was really helpful. Nexus Revenant, nice healing number there. Okay. Perfect. Here's Cluedo. So Cluedo will be a perfect. Cluedo's really strong. So will be a perfect one to test this team against. This team has more longevity just due to that Void Guardian keeping us all up, or mostly keeping our champion of interest up. Oh, sorry. Ooh. Oh, did he? No, there's no Bolko again. We still need to test to see if he removes the Bolko. This is really important. I thought Cluedo had a Bolko. I guess not. So let's see what if he can. There goes his spin. Boom, 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 boom. And then the knock up. Look at all that. Oh, that's beautiful. He has a huge shield right now. Oh, that's probably mostly from the Void Guardian. Um, wow. Nice control. Remember, he's taunting, he's stunning, he's pulling the enemies into a group. Uh, just such good pair with that Revenant Nexus who's healing them. You could always put a male Soul Keeper with him just to kind of get some final hits. Yeah, that was really cool. I dig this champ. I really do. He's simple, but he's just so annoying. He's so annoying, I think, for the enemy. So here's some Beelzebub. Oh, we can find somebody that has a bulk out, so we can find out. Grawl definitely has a bulk out. So let's try this team against his team. High chance we lose, but let's see if his active removes the bulk out. This is really important, because if it does, then you definitely need as much energy regen on him as possible. Hey, it did. Did it remove it from the whole team? Did y'all see that? He used his active. Good job, Grawl. Oh man, he used his active though. Like the whole point was this. Let's check. Is there a Bulko here? Damn, look at these. These are the three that I would be using right here. All max. That's nice. I'm getting there though. But either way, so yes, they had Bulko. This guy might be broken. So his active might remove Bulko on your whole team, similar to a Mel Lume. So, should we check again against Mad Dog here? Mad Dog does not have Bulko. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this is a fluke. How about Steph? I can fight Steph if I can prevent healing. Because this guy, Ashmane, will heal up the whole time. So I need someone to prevent healing. So guess who I'm putting in there? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Let's watch it now. So what we're really looking for is Steph definitely probably has Bulko. Let's watch when this active goes off. Okay, everybody has Bulko. Everybody has Bulko. And it's gone! While they still had it. It removes it from the whole team. Oh, man. He's even better now. Maybe you don't want him on a team with Guardians so that he can have them use their ultimates ASAP, or put him on a team with Guardians that have improved ultimates or even energy regen. Because, like, who has a really good ultimate, though, that's a Void Guardian? Maybe the Revenant Nexus might be the best one. So maybe an energy regen on Revenant Nexus, because that could be intense to be able to get. Look at this. You're not healing up this time, Miss Steph. You're not healing up. Not from that. But that was cool. So we are noticing this cool trend. Pamyar definitely has Bulko. Okay, let's see again. We're taking out Mel Soulkeeper. Let's add just let's add some more protection, shall we? You can never have too much protection. Alright, so watch this. At about the 5-second mark or 4-second mark, when actives are used, see look, my whole team has Bulko. It's gone. It's gone at the 5-second mark, ladies and gentlemen. And look, the enemy all still had Bulko the full 10 seconds. It removes the whole team's debuffs, I think. Like, the wording on that is so bad. But this makes this tank also a Mel Lume replacement if you want to be able to do your ultimates really quick. Whoa, this is a big discovery, y'all. I mean, for me it is. Like, I had no idea. So you don't need a single pure heart on a team with this champion. You don't need a Lume. And what you need is to be able to use your ults really quick on a team with him. So, again, I might change my Revenant Nexuses. Like, let's look to see who's on that team real quick. And we'll do the moving around while we're there. Oh, this is such a big discovery. It removes Bulko for your whole team. So, let's talk about this here. Honestly, I don't feel that the Ignorath does that well on this team. there's no one here to really shield him. Like, he needs someone to help shield and take care of him and baby him, like a Farouk or a Void Guardian or a female Nordalsar, but I don't have any of that on this team. Might replace female Lume on my team too with them. Then I could bring someone in that you want to use their ultimate ASAP. And guess who that would be? Meltwater and Sun. Sadly, I sacrificed mine because I needed the vigor, and so I don't have a Meltwater and Sun. But honestly, this would probably be my ideal team right here. Um, Maybe put Void here in the middle. No, I'd put Void in the... No, Void in the back gets grabbed by Necrosa too much. So I'd want him more like right there. You want Necrosa front row. It still does really well. And then I would put Meltwater and Sun right here. Nope, sorry, I'm wrong. I put Void Guardian here because my back row gets boosted in damage from Bulko for the first 10 seconds. And so Meltwater and Sun just heals in the first 10 seconds. Oh, but then again, he's ulting sooner. So you're going to want your Void Guardian here. You don't really care if your Void Guardian uses it. His ult's pretty good. It stuns for 3 seconds, but it's not the best. It's just more CC though. But Meltwater and Sun in the back because he's pulsing early, so he's going to benefit. In fact, really boost up his damage because he's able to start pulsing so early. His pulses are going to enable Necrosa, and oh man, that's something else. What do y'all think of that combo? I'm sad I don't have a Meltwater and Sun that's all boosted up anymore. Could have been a really powerful addition to that. And then right now though, I'm actually using the female Lume, which I could replace with male Ignorath once I get my male Soulkeeper is going to be my next Guardian in the Sanctuary. This next key event, or that has a key, I'm going to be able to just finish that up. And so, then potentially he'll have so much strength, I won't even need a female Lume. And then I can move. And look, she has no vigor. She has 15 vigor. I can move the Ignorath up here, which would get shields from Void Guardian and female Nordalsar, just ultra powerful there, and be able to kind of just support, do extra damage. He does some stuns, so maybe use him as damage utility. And then what that would allow me to do is put the Meltwater and Sun on this team. And what is this guy's aspect? Anyways, let's look. Oh, he's got the weird lightning aspect or whatever. I don't even know who else has that aspect. None of the champions I really use, I don't think. Oh, the Gold Tongue clan has it. The Sally Horns, the... Nobody I really use has that Thunder one. I mean, it's one of the only synergies I can think of is if you do 3 Thunder people, maybe take out Necrosa and Ignorath, and you use the male Lycanus because he fears people and procs and goes really well with the Revenant. But I really like the idea of Meltwater and Sun with this because, again, the guy is basically a Mel Lume active. That's so priceless on a team, y'all. Or if your team has any debuffs whatsoever, you're also getting you're getting all those debuffs removed. So that's really powerful. Like, that is so strong. Combined with all his CC and his ability to give himself shields and potentially increase the enemy's damage taken. Dang, I'm going to have to rebuild my Meltwater and Sun. First, I'll work on getting suppression to 22 first, but I think that might be in the cards, ladies and gentlemen. That would be really cool. So, yeah, you found it. You found it here first, ladies and gentlemen. But what did I want to do? I wanted to kind of move this team around a little bit. In fact, I'm kind of thinking more of something like this. Because the heal is going to trigger some of Necrosis Guardian Resolve, and then from the heal, and then it'll also heal the tank who's in the middle, who needs a little protection while he's pretty weak right now. Horrible against a male Ascavarge currently. But yeah, cool. Gonna do some changes here. Anyhow, let's continue on to some more gameplay. Um, Do you want to see the female for a little bit? I've been hogging it with the male, especially since that discovery, but wow. We're rocking, baby. I love it. Okay, so Beelzebub, let's do some female practice here. Um, and remember, she breaks shields. So this is perfect that we're going against a Void Guardian, because I want to see her breaking some shields. In fact, let's not put very much damage on the team. Let's do like a female lionstone, and like let's see what she can kind of do by herself. Really, sorry, it takes me forever to find her. Here she is. She does look really cool with the forearms and the weapons and everything. So, and then she's going to be gaining a lot of energy. She doesn't have very good traits. But let's go ahead and keep her protected with a female Galabar as well. We'll put her in the back row. And then, as I mentioned, we'll use a female Lionstone to jump in here too. And female Lionstone can kind of hold her own. And then let's just do a female Lumen. Not a lot of damage output. So the main damager is going to be the female Ganesh. Here we go. So we're looking for her 3 slashes. They stun. She steals strength from them. Oh, she got caught up. But she's being very well protected already. So my team, okay, see all the shields on the enemy? Let's look for some shield breakage, huh? Alright, she's using her ult, so we'll see if she gets some shield breaks. Look. Let's see. She's supposed to be immune to control. Notice that circle is down for a long time, giving everybody a strength boost and energy. Remember, the energy is huge. So potentially you want maybe an all melee or a team that kind of gets up and personal to be able to get in that circle, or have her positioned strategically, maybe in the middle. Are y'all seeing any of these shield breaks? I'm guessing they're happening because look, nobody on the enemy team has any shields. And we were able to slowly kind of whittle them down. Granted, there's a huge power increase here, so I will reduce my team. But I want to point out, the ultimate from the female Ganesh gives your team so much energy. 800 energy. 800. If one of your teammates has a focus, that's going to be, what, an extra 40% or something? So 140 a second? So that could be a really strong combo for a fast attacking team. Let's attack Grawl. And you know what we're going to have to do again. Let's just do this. Let's just do this, baby. Yeah. And I don't even think... let's keep him protected just in case. Oh, wait. Did Girl put out a new team? Oh, that's nice. I didn't even have to use Male Soul Keeper, but it's kind of fun. He's cool. He kind of takes the spotlight, though. Wish I had the skin. If anybody wants to donate for the skin. So here we go. Let's watch her. Oh, she is down. Grawl don't mess around. Grrrr don't mess around. Even with Void Guardian taking 50%. Okay, we're getting a little control of the battlefield, or we're trying to. Female Galabar is really hurting. Like, Void Guardian is barely keeping the team up right now. But on the plus side, the enemy is getting... The bars on the enemy are getting lower and lower. And soon... Oh, my bad! SK is gone, so... Okay, this is a done deal. Good job, girl. I got a little cocky there. What can I say? But the female, yeah, she would also be good for a long-term whittle down team, because again, she can break the shield, so they can't just hunker down. So if you hunker your team down with her, then you don't even need to give her brutal. Just let her do her thing, and then when they are hitting the enemy's not going to have any shield. So not too impressed with her, but her just ability to generate energy is probably one of the best I've seen. Let's fight the dark horse again here. We'll go with the protector team. Wow. And she just brings so much. Hey, should we just try both of them here? We'll try both of them. And then who else did we want? Female Lionstone to really even out the strength. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This should be fun. The Dark Horse, Bruma. Yeah, the female, again, just gives so much energy. Oh, I'm on ×2, sorry. Okay. Oh, my Void Guardian went down instantly. Wow. Bruma, you are underrated, my friend. Once you get your sprites up, you're going to be a very formidable force. Bam, look at that. No problem for the Vroom Master. Didn't I say I wasn't going to lose any of these arena fights, dang it? So here, let's just do Protector and her. Do they have any shields? Yes. The Queen of Frost will have shields. So this will allow us to see if there's some shield breaking potential. Prepare yourself. Alright. Did she do the 3 strike and the stun? I don't know if I saw it if she did. Alright. Here it comes. There's no shields though. That's a bummer, but here she goes. She's gonna pile on those big attacks. Yeah, those hit pretty hard. Look at that. And then she does her active again while in the circle. And then she's right back into that ult. Man, I like this clan. I really do. Too bad again, I just don't. Male Umbra was really cool too. Too bad if they, just gonna be a little bit before I max those warrior ones so I can use them more often. I'm tired of getting my booty spanked here. So, do y'all want to go to see some Valley of Conquerors? Let's do this. Purple team, we're doing all right. Great team this game. I gotta say, I kind of overdid it a little bit. Kind of went a little ham. So, what do we got? 1263K to 585K. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I needed to rock this one. I needed to feel good about myself. Just kidding. Alright, so we have our teams. Here's my team that's got the male in it, and it looks like it's already set up and ready to battle. Let's see if we have a couple battles right here for that team. Oh, that's... nope, that team would definitely beat up my team. Who's here? Yay! You get to see me against this Besney team. Alright, here we go. This is perfect. Valley of Conquerors fight coming at you, baby. Alright. Let's see what she can do. Or he can do. So they get pushed back. Male Ascavarge, of course. I got the taunt in and it removed any kind of debuffs. And they just sliced and diced their way to victory. Let's check up here. Let's see who held that fight. Oh, Revenant Nexus. Not only healing, but just showing us that you are the star. You are the star. Great, great Guardian. Awesome release. I hope more people use her in their groups, but just they got to use her, correctly. Let's see who's over here. Nobody. Oh, I thought somebody was hiding. So what we can potentially do is see if there's anybody out in the wide open, out in the pasture. Maybe we can hitch our wagon to them and just ride them off into the sunset. What do you think? Nobody here. Nobody here. What do we have here? Do we have anybody that's decent? Nope. Gorak too strong. Natas too strong. Very strong. We got a blue gate here. What do we got here? Ooh, 6 of them. We got Oz too strong. Flinar too strong. Sorry, y'all. We only got one little battle out of that, but hey, one's better than none, right? So next, we'll go to the advanced arena and see if there's anybody that I can fight. Let's look. I'm so close to the Oracle breastplate. Can't wait. Alright, so I need to do a little refresh. So I'm about 2 billion power. About 2 billion. Let's fight Castile. Great player, great teams. I'm going to just try the teams as according to power level. I'm not going to strategize here. So my team 1 against the middle one. My team 2 against their top one. And my team 3 that contains the male Ganesh against their bottom one. So let's give it a run. Let's see how it goes. Battle. Yeah, I wish I could do some better experimenting or better fights with the female. I think I got rid of most of my things that I could work with her. Ooh, this team, what is it, 150 million over my power level. Let's see what happens. Looks like my female Nordalsar already destroyed. My Void Guardian down and out as well. And it looks like female Lume completely feared and destroyed. And my male SK, I don't think he's got it in him to take on the whole team. Ooh, good job, Castile. My team 1 against their team 1. Hui, you can't even see anything because of the lag. And we die. We were trying to punch up. Alright, here's the team we want to see. He gets hurt and he gets healed. 0. He needs to be higher level to show y'all anything effective here. This is, I mean, I am going to win that battle, but was not good in the other domain. So I'll come back to fight him later. Because then I'll just put my team 1 against his team 2. And then my team 3 against his team 3, and that'll work out. But I kind of want to highlight the male tank. And he did horrible in that last battle. So we'll try a Zoro battle. No, because the problem is everybody's so much stronger than me. I could take them on if my team 1 against their team 2 and my team 2 against their team 3. But Lordy, there's some really strong teams there. I don't know why I clicked on that. So we check there for any fun. We're not in a guild conquest. Here, we can do another dungeon descent with the female at least before we stop here. There's a few more battles. So we'll just put the female in. I think their coolest aspect is if you get them a little bit more energy, they can almost chain ults. That's really cool. Uh, with him, I think it's just because the champions up front died, so that probably won't happen with him very often. But her energy addition to your team is huge. In fact, I would say that's her biggest contribution to a team, is adding energy to get into your ultimates quicker. Like that's totally and they keep getting into your ultimates quicker. Like her with the male is a pretty strong power up, but sadly their traits won't stack. So there's the 3 attack with the stun at the end, and then she goes straight into her ult, punch punch, and then she can't use the she did use the ult some more. She moved to go use her ult. Okay, I thought she couldn't do that. I thought she was held stationary. That's even cooler if she can move to go use her punches. So here we go again. The triple attack. Boom, boom, boom. She steals their strength each hit. So she's got a lot of strength right now. And then she starts popping them. Boom. Remember, she just stole a lot of strength from 3 people. She stole 12% from each of them. So approximately 36% strength gain for her going straight into an ultimate. Man, that's strong. Man, I'm stoked about that male active removing Bolko from the whole team. I thought it was just going to be him. I am so surprised, pleasantly surprised. That is just cool as can be. So here she goes. See, she is just the energy gainer. Wow. I would honestly put a energy regen on her as well. Um, Man, you could put an obliterate on her too, because every time she uses her ult, she's gonna go from ult to ult to ult. Um, I feel like energy drain or energy regen allows her to stay inside of her ult longer, which is really cool. Um, and remember, the enemy takes more damage from their trait as the battle goes on, up to like the 35 second mark. So she is just, dang. And she has the ability, when she damages an enemy with a shield, to get con and, let's go do some more arena battles. I want to see her more. Because she regens con and she gets energy for this ultimate every time. And then the ultimate she is a pure shield breaker because her ultimate then is breaking shields all over the place. So let's just keep it nice and easy. There we go. Let's see how we do. And remember, when they have shields, she also ignores block and she ignores defense when the enemy has a shield. Like, when the enemy has a shield, she does her best. She deals percent max health of their max health true damage with each hit. She gets, the best part is getting like 120 energy, I think it was. That's sick. So let's see this again. I think we're beating these ones a little too easy. We need somebody that's about 300 so we can actually see a battle out. So here's our triple strike with a stun, and she drained their strength. They don't have shields, so she's not really at her finest. Void Guardian can't do a shoot ton of damage either. So these two could be a really nice pair on the same team, because if they're going against a team that also has a Void Guardian or has a lot of shields, she'll be able to break through that and help, just like start whittling their team down. Let's do Nixia. So he's on the far side, she's on the near side. Let's see how this does. The Void Guardian's going to soak up a lot of their damage. This might just give us a better idea here. So look, they do have shields. So her attacks are going to be ultra effective against them if she ever gets the opportunity to attack. That's what we're dealing with right now. Void Guardian just trying to soak up the... They are completely controlled so far. We have not really gotten the opportunity to do anything. Okay, the female was pulled right into the middle of the enemy. Oh, the male wanted to be. Yeah, did he do his spin or did he get interrupted? I couldn't tell with all the flashy lights. So this might be... Okay, see the shield above the head? They're taking more damage. It's supposed to be permanent, I thought. Yeah, so maybe that's broken. Maybe they don't have it permanent right now. Yeah, from the male, if you're immune to control and he tries to control you, he puts a permanent debuff on you that you take more damage for the rest of the match. So, okay, you can see there's two of them going right now. So those are supposed to stay on there throughout the match. So the enemy is taking a lot more damage. Are y'all seeing any shields broken at all? There's the male's ult again. Okay, there's maybe a shield broken on their Void Guardian right there. Or it could just be he took so much damage that his shield broke. One of the two. Nice. Yeah, not super excited about the female, but again, the male, awesome. Put him with a male water and sun. The female might also do well with an energy control team. So like maybe a female Almat, like people that just kind of don't allow the enemies to, or you're getting your ults off twice before the enemy even gets it off once, kind of thing. So it looks like the shields are still on those two enemies right now, by the way. So that's interesting. Oh, 3 shields. Cool. But we got totally mutilated. Female's a warrior. I expected her to do a little bit more damage at less ascendance. She did soak up more damage, though. Did a little bit more healing. She should have done a lot more healing because she was attacking. She should be getting 10% of her con with each time she was damaging. Maybe her shield was so high, she just didn't need to regenerate any con. So, anyhow. Let's go back to talking about traits and synergies real quick. Woo! Tired. Okay. So, Eldrasil is in the current meta. His passive procs off of crowd control. So the male and the female are both going to do well in a team with him. Both of them can benefit from the Void Guardian, not only from the shields, but also from the heals. The male goes really well with Voidborn. The male goes really well with Revenant Nexus due to the heals, and then he's getting her resolve through his abilities, basically. And he gives them a tank. They kind of needed a tank I don't really like using Ignorath as my tank. He doesn't have a way to taunt. He doesn't really have. He's just pure damage and just can't die. So the male goes well with Necrosa, bringing enemies in. I imagine the female would go well, again, more energy. Now, when we're thinking about the female, let's think of champs that go off energy and they really rock when they're using their ultimate. So I know Farouk has energy regen, but if he's getting even more energy, he could really be pumping that up. And so he could potentially go well with the female. Zeiston has an amazing ult, the stun. It's a big stun. You can have that with the female as well, just for more of that crowd control. Who else? Sorry, trying to pop my back. Oh, needs a good pop. I need to go see a chiropractor. Um, anyone that needs some good energy to just get off the ground. Like, again, I would say Meltwater and Sun is like prime for that. Female Lionstone, if you want her ult to go off quick for your team to get that strength boost. But also, she gets so much energy as is. Pair her with the male to get around Bulkos, and that's a really good combo as well. So I think that's how you should be looking at this. Like, the male is a stunner tank who probably needs an energetic. Could probably get away without one if you need that trait slot, though. If you don't have enough damage reduction, doing that for an honorable would probably be more beneficial. But also, if you pair them up with a Void Guardian, you don't really need the shield as big a shield. So you can remove the energetic there. I really like energy regen with them. I think that's going to be key. I really like barrier with him since I am going to be getting brutal with him. He has two abilities that scale heavily off his strength. So I think that barrier or energy harness would be very beneficial for him. Or steadfast if you want it to go off more often. I think it's every 6 seconds. That could be positive for a 2 times strength shield. And again, he's strength. He'll have brutal, so that'll help out with that. Um, you want the male in teams. You want the male SK to go off quickly. And remember, every time the male is using this active, it's removing all the debuffs. So it just gives your team a little bit more survivability. Teaming him up with a healer, a female Galabar would be great for him. A Heliala would probably go really well with him because she could also fear people back into each other. So his ultimate can pick up more and bring them into each other. So that could be really nice. Um, let's see. Female Quebec. Yeah, anyone that can tank for her, she does well with. Um, kind of right now, you're also looking for crowd control immunity people so that they don't get butchered by Eldrasil. So consider that. Again, you could put the female in a crowd control group. Here's a female Shoten could control that where they can't use ults. It seals them. And by the way, if someone has ever used female Shoten while they have the cat Lucky equipped as your sprite, I wonder if your team gets the bonuses from Lucky whenever she uses her ult, because in the wording it says she seals the enemy, and it shows the same Bolko icon above their head whenever that happens, if I remember correctly. But someone should check that out, because that's a cool little hack there. But female Almont would go really well with the female, I think. Here's someone who can heal when people get low, the female Requiem. The spider always goes well with everybody. Just being able to boost people and disable the enemy and heal. Again, we need a healer with the male, so maybe the spider with the male would go really well. Sadly, they're not the same aspect, but oh well, that doesn't really matter. Um, yeah, any other healers you might have? That I think might be ideal. the male Jin, who's somebody I want to experiment with. By the way, if y'all have never played around with this guy, since I haven't done a Gnomish School strategy in a while, this guy's very interesting. He basically stays untouchable in his ultimate almost the whole battle. Like, his energy regen is just insane. And I have an energy regen on him. And then how he works is he just gains energy per second. And yeah, what a interesting champion. Just stays in his lamp, untargetable. But I'm wondering if some people that can get around the untargetable might be able to hit him now. So maybe he's way more worthless than I think. But yeah, the the male we kind of talked about a little bit, some traits earlier. What I'm going with. Um, the female again, maybe an agile. Probably just want to keep her alive. She has crazy energy regen, so a focus might be really good just to gain some control. Because as soon as she uses her ult, your team is going to be ulting right after that. So don't forget that. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a subscribe. And if you like these videos, as soon as they come up, pop out, hit the bell notification, and that'll really help you stay ahead of the game. So, with that, thanks for sticking with me. We got an hour and a half here. You know I'm long-winded. But I should be dropping a Sith video in the next couple days because I got to get one more video out for the month. So look forward to that. Hopefully it turns out good. But yeah, with that, peace. Have a good day.